Hello and welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard. She's known to save lives, change lives, and transform society. I welcome Nancy Baumann, and Nancy does it through the written word, but not necessarily your own words.
That's right.
So why are you called the book professor?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because I'm the owner of Stonebrook Publishing, which is a small press that publishes nonfiction works that I strictly work with materials that will either save lives, change lives, or transform society. And I'm also on the adjunct staff at a university here and teach writing. And so I started getting a lot of manuscripts from people who are nonfiction writers, and they had a seed of that wonderful story that would accomplish what my goals are, that I just mentioned. But they weren't well written enough that I could publish them as a professional publisher. So I decided to marry those two strengths of mine, and I have started to teach people how to write their own books that will rival anything that comes out of a professional publishing house.
So when people give you these manuscripts, are they typically finished, or is it just the beginning of a book?
Well, all various stages. A lot of people come to me because they have an idea for a book and they just don't know how to get started, and why would they? And people who write nonfiction generally aren't writers. They're what I call livers. They're people who have lived through something. And so they want to share their story or share their knowledge or what they've learned, and then kind of just reach back behind and pull another person forward. So they need a lot of help in knowing how to structure their manuscript, how to write, etc.
So these are typically autobiographical stories.
I would not say autobiographical, because that makes it sound like it's just a story about their life. It's usually something that includes a portion of their life, but then they have learned something. Or for example, can I tell you about a couple of people I'm working with now? One woman started a business barter company, and it has grown exponentially, and so she wants to share that in written format with other people who might want to take advantage of that.
So she wants to share the knowledge of how to start a similar type of business, for example?
Or take advantage of bartering in the business world, especially in a downturn economy. It's very valuable to a lot of people. And I'm working with a physician right now who has developed some procedures that she works with patients that, just with skin rejuvenation, et cetera, but there's a lot of components that go to that health-wise, so she wants to share that in her book as well.
Okay, so in these books, ultimately you'll publish them through your publishing company?
Well, actually, no. Ultimately, what happens is I lead them down the same path that I do with the authors that I publish, so that they can self-publish their book. And I have become a big proponent of self-publishing because there's so much invested in writing a book, emotionally, financially, etc. And I just would like to see the writers get that financial reward.
So the benefit to self-publishing is they get more of the money at the other end of it. Is that
yes,
right?
they do. But here's the thing, they have to have an excellent product. It has to look like anything coming out of a professional publishing house. And that's where in the self-publishing market, there's not been that kind of quality. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these people by the hand, step by step. How would they know how to write a book? I mean, why would you know that?
Right.
Why would you know the whole publishing industry? You don't.
So you coach them from the very initial concept. So some people probably come to you with just an idea before a manuscript.
Oh, absolutely, in all stages. And it's from concept to cover, and then I introduce them to people at the production stage who will take them further. But I'm a big proponent of self-publishing if it's done right. But other people, you do have a manuscript written, but we always want to take them back to the foundation to make sure that they're hitting that target market, and it's all geared towards being able to reach your target market and sell your book when you're finished.
So everyone starts with an idea. That's the common starting point.
Right.
Is that right? And then you can take people all the way to a published book.
Exactly.
Okay, and you do it through classes.
Yes,
right?
I do.
And
yes.
one-on-one coaching, is that right?
That's right. There's a couple of different options. The online classes are a nice option for busy professionals. Most people who are writing their books, they have other jobs too, and it's a big project to squeeze into your life.
And in addition to online classes, you do one-on-one.
Right, and I can also do the one-to-one coaching with people who want to.
And we're going to take a quick break right now.
Okay.
When we come back, I want to dive more into how that happens, how you're structuring those classes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've got much more with Nancy. Stay with us here on STL TV Live, and we'll be right back.